my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, hello, my name is Loey, and today I am in a really excited mood because there are more updates to the Gr3gory88 story that I read recently from Twitter. So I found this kind of like new viral scary story because somebody messaged me about it, and since I made my initial video, you guys have been beyond excited for another. So today I thought I would come back because there were a few updates a few days ago, and then literally yesterday as I'm filming this, there were even more. Lucky for us, this story seems to be moving like pretty quickly, which is so nice because that means we don't have to wait months and months in between updates, and hopefully at this rate we'll have a new update like every week of November. I was gonna say November, but it is clearly the month of November. That being said, if you guys are excited for this series, go ahead and give it a thumbs up just so I can gauge how into it you guys are. That always helps me decide if I want to move forward with the series or not, so give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of what you think of this crazy update. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I keep hearing things at night. I stand out on the deck and I feel like I can hear things moving through the trees. It's probably just deer or something, but I can't help imagining it's something else. I'm sure I'm making it out to be worse than it is. Are deer nocturnal? I see them out on the road sometimes when I'm driving into town. I try not to think about it, but last night it was worse. I heard screams. That sounds so stupid to say, but I don't know what else to call it. I was brushing my teeth and heard something outside the bedroom window. I'm sure it was an animal, but my toothbrush was buzzing, so I can't be sure. Then this morning, I found the bloody remains of something right in the middle of my yard. It was literal intestines and they were fresh. Ugh. I feel like I can't even post something like that to Twitter. Like, is it gonna get flagged if I post it? I don't know what to do. Maybe I can upload it separately and share the link or something. And Greg did share a link, but I'm not gonna put it in this video just so, you know, you guys don't have to exit out if you're a little bit squeamish, and just so it's not too much. But if you do wanna see what he found, you can always go to his Twitter, find the tweet, and click on the link. Fair warning, this is pretty gross, so don't look if you're squeamish. I'm sure it's an animal, but what did this? And why was it left right in front of my house? Yeah, sorry, it's disgusting. Anyway, I scooped it up with a shovel and flung them into the woods a ways away from the house. I don't know if bears are up here, but I couldn't leave it. And besides, animal guts are the least of my worries right now. I have other things on my mind. I've been trying to figure out what's written in the notebook from the woods. I've had it for a couple of days and I can see faint letters, but I can't make them out. A bunch of people replied and told me to do a pencil or charcoal rubbing, but I didn't have anything like that. I found a bunch of pens but no pencils, so I actually had to go back into town. It was actually really hard to find charcoal. I finally had some luck at this little hardware store. The box didn't even have a price tag on it, so I feel like it had been sitting on the shelf for years. It seems like people in town are starting to recognize me. I don't like it. I didn't plan to be here that long, but it looks like I might not have a choice. People are nice enough, but it seems like the kind of town where everyone knows everyone, and I definitely don't belong. When I was in the hardware store, these little kids were following me around and giggling and making fun of me. I think they were twins. I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but I'm sure they were making fun of me because little kids are jerks. On the way out of town, I stopped at the grocery store, but they were out of some of the things that I wanted. It seems like they're always out of stuff. They've been out of eggs for a couple days, so I just got some Pop-Tarts and stuff and left. Anyway, the notebook. I've actually been putting it off for most of the afternoon because I wasn't sure I wanted to find out what that woman was writing in it. I can't ignore it forever. I'm going to eat dinner and then I guess I'll try the charcoal. I'll be back in a bit. And then later. Jesus. So I did a charcoal rubbing over the most recent page in the book, like people were telling me to. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I'm sort of freaking out. And then the pages. Oh my god, the pages. That is so freaky. What even is this? What the heck? I feel like I'm going to throw up. I need to sit down. what is going on? I'm just trying to figure out why someone wrote over and over and over again, they took my eyes, they took my eyes, they took my eyes, then erased it and left it in the woods, because that doesn't make me feel very confident or comfortable. And then a few days later, I called my mom yesterday. I wanted to see if she knew anything about this place. She said I've actually been here before when I was really young. I don't remember any of that. I tried to ask her again why she never got along with my grandfather, but she's so cagey about it. She grew up in a town nearby, and my grandfather didn't move into this house until after my mom left for school. I guess she never really came back. We talked for a little bit, but my reception here is spotty. She asked me if there's still wine in the cellar, and I told her there wasn't a cellar, but she said there is, down in the basement, off to a corner. After she hung up, I went downstairs to look, and she was right. There's a bunch of old antique stuff in the basement, and behind some filing cabinets, there's a dusty little wine cellar. I can't believe I missed it at first. It's full of wine, and some of it is really old. And then there are all of these photos of the wine, as well as a barrel and just a bunch of the stuff down there. There were also all these weird wooden wine stoppers all over the place. There's like a creepy little man, like a dog. Wow, those are weird. I always wait to read these tweets for my videos just so I can react live with you guys. So just what an interesting thing to find. From the looks of it, it seems like nobody's been down here for a while, poor guy. I'm not gonna include this, but it's like a dead mouse that he found. And look at some of these bottles. I don't know anything about wine. I wonder if they're good. Anyway, at least I have a surplus of alcohol down here to take my mind off of how weird things have been lately. This house keeps surprising me. I keep finding weird stuff around the property. Like there's a collapsed shed in the back, a little ways through the trees. It's not that strange, I guess, but I can't help overthinking everything I see now. And then he shows all of the photos of that collapsed shed and all of the stuff along with it. A little ways from the shed, I found this in the middle of a clearing. What is this? And it looks like this a really old bunny statue. I don't know how else to explain it, like a garden gnome, but the paint is starting to chip away and it looks really weird. None of it makes sense. And there's something else that I found that I can't stop thinking about. There's so much junk around the house and I'm trying to clean it up. Partly because it'll help this place sell faster, but also keep my mind off of things. I was sorting through some debris and found these old rusty letters in a pile on the ground, partly under the foundation. I could see some nail holes on the side of the house, so I think they were on the house at one point. I know sometimes people give lake houses names. I can't figure out what they might have said though. I brought them inside and laid them all out on the kitchen floor to see if I could make sense of them, but no luck so far. Maybe someone else can figure it out, and along with it, all of these letters. And according to a lot of the comments, people think it might say Deepwater Chapel, and I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's the main thing that I'm seeing as I go through, aside from people saying it spells subscribe to PewDiePie. And that's where our friend Greg leaves us for this update. Certainly it seems like there are a lot of strange things around the house, and this update, or these two updates, were really interesting because previously it was all sort of focused on the things happening around the house and that creepy old woman and just a lot of the things that were unexplained happening around the perimeter of the home. But now it's like what's being found inside of the home, what was left behind when his grandfather passed away, like this old creepy wine cellar he knew nothing about, and the collapsed shed, and the letters from the side of the house, and the notebook. It's just all stuff that almost seems like we're starting to get pieces to a puzzle. It's definitely interesting, and I wonder if anyone in town, like especially those little kids that were like whispering and stuff, I wonder if they know something about the house, you know what I mean? Like I wonder if there's something to the house that people are like gossiping about, and that's why people are starting to notice him and talking about him behind his back, like whatever, because I'm assuming there's probably not another reason. Greg seems like a relatively normal dude, so I'm sure he's not out like doing crazy things to stir up the townsfolk. Let me know what you guys think of this update down below. I'm really loving this story so far, and I'm excited that we have more updates so soon. If you guys want me to continue with the series, you know what to do. Just go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all so very much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.